All right, we'll get started now. Um, I wanted to start. Too bad the other people are not here yet, but we're not going to wait because I'm going to be respectful of people's times, and we'll get started. I know I got a couple more people coming, but again, as they come, they can do that. But uh, lately, I've been seeing some struggles with a lot of businesses, and even with myself, I've been trying to figure out how is it that we get so stuck on just being average. I think we just I think we were society has set us up for failure. Like truly, it has set us up for such a failure. And I wanted to start with that real quick, and we're going to go into the homework that we had and so forth. But this is actually connects with that too, which is why are we doing what we do, right? What's the why? And our vision and our mission statement, and we've been going on that. But I think it goes deeper than that because I think until we really understand why we do what we do, I always say the why and the how and this is biblical, right? In the Bible, it talks about your purpose, right? And I think if we until we actually um, have a purpose of what we do, why we do what we do. I always get inspired when I come here, and I'm doing another trainings on Tuesdays at a mortgage, and now I'm connecting with other people. I had 3 people invited me to do live events with them. One is in Miami, another one's in Arizona, and I'm seeing things change, right? And I'm like, it's funny because when you're doing what you love and when you know what your purpose is, it's like to me here, my purpose is whether it's one person, whether it's 20, whether it's 30, whether it's 40. One of the things that we want to understand is why we stay where we're at and sometimes we don't move forward in business. And I think it's because until something triggers in back of our mind, nothing changes. We always have the same processes going. And even though we fill them in with information, I think you guys are reading the book, Be Obsessed or Be Average, right? In a Christian culture, would say that money doesn't make you happy. Money is not everything in life, right? But who tells us that? Because God didn't say nothing about that. He didn't say it was, there was money. He actually told us, right? Even from the beginning, he said he would put man into to work the grounds, to work where he put man at. He said, well, you will work for it, right? So why would you work for it? To get something in return, right? Finances. Why did he give us about 10%? Why did he say in Deuteronomy 8:18 that it is God who gave us the ability to create wealth? And I think for a lot of times and a lot of years, because of our upbringing, we were raised like I was raised poor. I would go find the tennis shoes that look like Nikes. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Look like Nikes, look like Puma, look like Puma, but it was a cat. What is it? Yeah, yeah, Converse. I remember Converse. The pagers, and then you go for phones and stuff like that. But if you really think about it, we always wanted more. Like you wanted a better phone, you wanted a better car, and I believe this is why we're here, right? Because we want a better life. But to do a better life, if you guys are reading that book, Be Obsessed or Be Average, I really, honestly, this is my second time reading it, and I'm getting something different out of it. And it was because we're so broke minded, right? That when he's actually, the way he's changing things to be and to do and to change things around. Come on in, ma'am. How are you? Oh, she is. She's over here. She's coming right out. She'll be right out. So one of the things that I want to discuss with you guys for just a few minutes is this. Um, Most importantly for those of you guys who are reading that book, Be Obsessed or Be Average. What is that one thing that you've gotten out of that book? What chapter are you guys at? You finished? Okay. So what is it that you guys got from specifically that book? Be Obsessed or Be Average.
bigger vision for myself, but I'm living or acting in a diluted, I say, diluted self.
1 2 1 2 1 2. What's up, my brother? Man, I wasn't even gonna start until you came here. 1 1 1 1 2 1 2.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be on 1 2. Geraldine, did you turn this down? This one down? You turned one of them down because this was working earlier. Yeah, because I want to hear that. What's up, my brother? I miss you, man. It is? Okay, go ahead. Yeah, it's the volume. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say something. Go ahead. Go. Say, keep saying it.
Hello. Hello. Hi.
Okay.
No.
There we go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hi. I think it's.
It was going up, and then. Go ahead. Say something. You turn mine up. Okay.
1 2.
There you go. All right. All right. Perfect. Thank you. Um, let me turn this down a little bit more.
What I was saying was that.
This is, by the way, this is super important, guys, because I'm telling you, wherever you are in business, you're not going to get to the next level until something triggers inside of you. I don't care how much, I could be the number one. It could be Grant Cardone over here. I'm telling you, is people leave and they still stay the same. But this is exactly what we're going to figure out why. Go ahead. So we're talking about. Hold on. You came in 20 burpees, please. Go ahead. We're talking about a book we're reading. It's called "Be Obsessed or Be Average," from Grant Cardone, of course. But we're going to talk about why, and then we're going to go back into what we did 2 weeks ago.
That I'm claiming to have this bigger vision for myself, but I'm actually living in a diluted present self, with fear of overcommitting, fear of overpromising, because then I have to commit or overcommit to that. Case in point with the STS table cells, like that's something that I definitely feel that stretch. Now that became the norm for that expectation. So.
What happened at the table? What was it? Why you bring that up?
Because I have to front the money, so then that means I have to
Commit.
make up for my money and commit to bring in those people.
100%. 100%. Most of us start doing business and everything. They says, let me make some money first, and then I'll commit. Right? Come on, you guys know what I'm talking. Well, I better not do that because it's going to cost me. It's all limited beliefs, by the way, and this is where I'm going to. Limited beliefs will keep you broke. I'm telling you, because I don't believe, I mean, I want to make sure I line myself with the scripture very much. And I don't believe that God ever says, I need you to, if you're going to be if you're going to be my son and my daughter, I need you to be broke. He never said that. Right? As a matter of fact, he says, if Jonathan comes in, right, and he's actually making $1 million and he's giving 10%, we're not to the kingdom, right? To church, right? If he's giving 10% of $1 million or 10% of 1,000, which one do you think is going to help the ministry more? That's why God wants you to succeed, but He tests us. He testing that to make sure that He knows that He's testing your heart, not your money. He owns all the money. He'll give you more money depending on. Remember, we're talking about the parable of the talents. If you want 5 versus getting 1 right now, if you feel like you're getting 1. Why am I keep getting 1? Why do I keep getting 1? Why do I keep getting 1? I'm going to training. I'm doing this and everything. It's in your mind. It's something that's to shift in your mind. And I think that was part of it. That could be part of the change. It's not the ultimate change. Once you get to that one, then you go to the next limited beliefs. And then the next limited beliefs. And the next limited beliefs. I don't know if some of you ladies are still looking for, and this is subconsciously, okay? Like even this morning, right? I have my psychologist coaching session at 8 a.m., right? I'm going through things that I'm like, oh, shoot, I didn't even know I was that messed up. I mean, we all know we're messed up, right? Like, she brought something to my attention and she said, or let me see if you guys know it. Happy wife?
Happy life.
Who told you that? Who told you that? Like, Exactly. But is that true? It's not true. Because unless you're happy yourself, you can't get what you don't have. A man who's not happy, I'm sorry, brother, but you cannot make a woman happy. We got to find our own happiness first and our own success. You were going to say something.
Well, I was going to say, okay, happy wife, happy. I was going to say, it's true, happy wife, happy life. However, and just as Javier was talking about, is if you guys are waiting for everybody else to make you happy, you're not going to be happy. And if I spend all my energy making you happy, I have no more energy to make me happy. So my energy is going to dwindle, and I'm not going to have any more energy to make. Actually, my wife's not here, but make my wife happy. Okay, so we've got to be happy ourselves. We've got to focus on ourselves to make ourselves happy. And then once we do that, you should be making your husbands happy too.
Exactly. Of course.
And do you know why guys leave? The number one reasons guys leave ladies is not for sex. The number one reason guys leave ladies is because they feel ignored and unimportant. And guys need to feel like they're appreciated and that they're important.
Absolutely.
And if I'm putting everything I can into my spouse and everything I can into my spouse, and I'm not getting anything back, I burn out.
100%, and that's in life. And so, piggybacking on that, if you're telling somebody, if you're telling the other half what they're not, you're slow, you're broke, you're just like your father, you just like your mother, you just like this, oh, you just like every man out there. All you're doing is flatten that man to the point where you break him. And guess what? What that does to somebody? The rebellious child kicks in, and you're empowering that child in him. I'm going to stop right there, because I'm telling you that we do that, and guess what? You don't even know you're doing it. And some of you guys smiling because you're like, damn, I know that that's true. And the reason why I start with that is because the limited beliefs is what's holding you from achieving everything you want in life. I even still have limited beliefs, right? But I'm intentionally going after breaking them, right? I know his wife came to me when I first met her, and she came and told me, look, I got the chills. She told me something that it was aligned with what my counselor was telling me. So God starts aligning the people. Like, did you guys know me before you guys came? Never. Never. And for her to pull me over and tell me that, and it specifically told me, I was like, wow. I'm telling you, those are peeling the onion. And until you're willing to peel the onion inside of your mind, like what's holding you back? What's holding you back to get into the next level in your business? And we talk about business, but guess what? It's deeper than your business. Until if you're not like what she said, if you're not happy, how are you going to expect to make your customers happy, your wife happy? It just doesn't happen. So happy wife, happy life it's a bunch of bologna sandwich, right? Because it's not true. You got to be happy, find that happiness for yourself, right? A woman, at least back in the days, my dad was expected to go make the money. My mom would stay home and take care of the kids. Now, what's this? Now today, most of couples are both going to work, right? Economy, right? But guess what? Some women say, no, it's your responsibility. You're the breadwinner of the house. It's in the Bible. And I'm like, Ruth? What did Ruth do in the book of Ruth? She left after her husband died, and what did she go do?
She went to glean the field. She went to.
And then what did God do for her? Bring her, what's his name?
Boaz.
Boaz. Who's your Boaz in your life? It doesn't have to be a woman. Go ahead.
That's a mistake that we make because my husband has a business that he's been running for 3 years already. And never until this year did I ever worry about helping or doing anything in the business. And now that I started this year, I just realized how If I had involved myself sooner, I wouldn't be struggling with the things I'm struggling right now. And if I had just been that support for my husband back then, since he started this business, we would be somewhere else right now.
Roxanne, man, I don't know why, but today I wanted to start with that because it makes so much sense. If Geraldine had not supported me in the decisions that I made in life, right? I don't think I'll be where I'm at because I needed her support, her empower me to tell me that you can do it, right? And even though she doesn't, you guys know I help her more in her business than she helps me in mine, right? My mind's going about 1,000 miles an hour. Bah, 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 bah. I'm like, I'll do this and I'll do it and I'll take care of the rentals and I'll do this and I'll do my work and everything. And then the garage is getting done right now and the windows are getting replaced right now and everything. I'm building business and I'm taking care of the clients and so forth and I'm hiring people. That's how my mind works. Why is that? Also limited beliefs, because that's what fuels me. So I got to find out and I got to find the balance in that, in the business, especially in the business, right? And so those limited beliefs, until you're intentional about going finding out what are the things that are holding you back, kind of like she came and told me that day the things that I was going through. And then now my counselor is telling me all these things. Those things are being so revealed, and that was God using her to give me that word from somebody who, because let's be honest, we all know this, the prophet's not welcome in his city. Maybe something that she's been telling me, my wife's telling me, and I'm not listening to it, right? But guess what? God says, you're somebody I don't even know. I didn't even know her when she started telling me that. And I'm like, what the heck? Wow. And I totally believe it because I know how God works. And the reason why I was bringing all this stuff up, guys, is because, right now I'm working with Roxanne in her business, right? I see what she just told me right now. It makes sense because I'm like, they've been doing 3 years and they didn't have all these things and systems in place and everything. Watch, Roxanne, how this business is going to work because you have all these things working together, right? And watch this. All things work together for the good of those who love God, right? What else? And are called according to what? Purpose. Your why. Your why is your purpose. You want God to help you, but you have no purpose. You don't have a why. That's why the vision and the mission statement that we're going through is so important in your business. Like when I ask ladies, I'm like, what's your purpose in business? Most of our purpose, a lot of times our purpose, our why, is to help the old us, the old you. I struggle with marketing so much, and I've been through. I remember working for Capital One. I got laid off. I had just bought a truck. I had a son, and my wife is at home. I was 21, 22, and I'm sitting outside shaking. I'm like, what am I going to do now? I just got I got a mortgage, I got this and everything. I just didn't know what to do. I froze. Guess what I did? I went to drink for 3 days. I fixed it. I didn't feel it. But then reality kicks in. And then the brokenness kicks in. And then guess what? My model showed me what to do. Go deal drugs, bro. Go make the money. You're the man of the house. Go make it happen. And I did that. So I was a good salesperson. Wrong place, wrong information. If you guys see this, and I found this, and that's why I wanted to put it in here for you guys, which is this. The reason you don't have money today is not because you're lazy. It's not because you're not disciplined. Are you lazy and disciplined? You're not. You're here. If you're not lazy and you're disciplined, not because you're stupid. You're stupid. Why would you do that business? That's dumb. Network marketing. Business karate. Come on, man. Nobody does karate anymore. Javier, really? You're going to go over there and stand up over there and just talk about business? That's stupid. But who's telling us this? The people with the wrong information. You have the wrong information. You have the wrong information until we realize that all this stuff that Jonathan's getting, that you're getting, that Roxanne's getting, that we're getting about business. Go, just join and build a business. I've never even built a business before. And then who's telling us about building a business? From somebody who never built businesses before. Where's your information coming from? Be careful what you're coming from. Oh, you know what? Be careful. And I'm actually going to talk to Roxanne in our next session. Says, from here on, you have to be careful. Anybody that tells you other information, because what happens is this: the devil is looking to see who can what? Anybody knows the scripture? Killed and destroy, but there's another word before that. Steal. He wants to steal what you're trying to build by using other people to giving you the wrong information. Wait, no. Shift this way. Go this way. Where is that taking you? No. I'm telling you, it's going to take you where you want to go. Show me that you've been there. So that purpose, the money should be to fuel your purpose, not the other way around. The purpose to make the money. We do the purpose to make money, and it's the other way around. It's the money is to fuel your purpose. If you're doing something, watch this. If you're doing a business, right, and if you're thinking about other businesses, something is wrong there, and your commitment is not there. And I'm telling you, you got to be careful, because as you start growing and developing, this is too frustrating. If you're too frustrated, you don't have a purpose, because it's not supposed to be easy. You're supposed to be helping people be successful. I have a lot of problems throughout the week, right? But those problems are growth problems, right? Even my personal one, right? You guys know I hired a style coach and this and that, and now getting my pants done this and do this and do that and whatever. I'm like, I don't have time for that crap. Honestly, I told myself that. I'm like, I don't have time for that. But you got to make time for your purpose. Because I believe this. I believe that when you start doing those things, God says, she's committed to growing. She's committed. He's committed. Jonathan is committed to going to the next level. I see that because I see him continually doing something. When you're not committed, because people say, you're obsessed about that. Obsession is bad. You can't be obsessed. That's not good. Who tells us that? Now, obsession can be good, it can be bad. You don't believe me? How many people are doing drugs and they're obsessed and they just become addicts because they're so obsessed about feeling a certain way? Yes or no? Alcohol? Well, I was obsessed with alcohol. I love to party. I was obsessed in doing that. That's why I never had my dream until God gave me my purpose. I believe that I'm in my purpose right now. And I'm just starting. Because I can see the growth, but I can also see a lot of pain through the growth. Crap that I don't want to deal with. Wherever you guys were at, wherever you were raised, I think we all have a little bit of alignment, which is we have freaking broken families. We're learning when we grew up from people that didn't know any better. It's my mom's fault. She didn't know any better. You got to stop blaming other people, right? There's a saying that says, being born broke, it's not your responsibility. Dying broke is your responsibility. Being born in a non-believing society, maybe surrounded with family that don't know God, it's not your responsibility. It wasn't your fault. But dying, not knowing Him, is your fault. It's up to you. You have that choice. Like, this is our responsibility. And that's why I'm going with that, is because we don't see that in our business. Sometimes we just get too stuck into like the strategies, like what do I need to do, like the why and purpose and so forth. But until you actually understand why that works with your business, you're going to say something.
One of the things that it hit me today, one of the things that I've realized, and I've always known business is a dichotomy, which means there's two sides of business. But it hit me today. I'm going, I love teaching karate. That's what I'm meant to do. That's what I feel I do best. That's what I love to do. But the dichotomy is I don't spend as much time on the business as I do the karate. So I can teach and teach and teach. You put kids, I can teach you all how to do self-defense. You love it. But the problem is the business part is what I don't spend the time on.
Exactly. 100%. And that's most people. You guys spending time in recruiting clients. Like you were telling me something earlier about the clients, right? You're doing about, because somebody taught you, go over there and do this and whatever. I get it. Show me your marketing strategies. Show me your sales process. Show me your follow-up systems. Show me your technology. Show me all those areas that you're supposed to have in your business. And if we think about it, it's like all they're focusing on sell. But your whole entire business is broken. So guess what's happening? Buy, lost, buy, lost, buy, lost. I'm frustrated. This isn't for me. Your gift is, his gift is that, karate. But he's building a business behind that. Now his gift is like, you got to feed that gift into your business. Not your business into the gift. Your gift is really, that's who you are. If you ladies, if your power, if your why is to help other women, right? You can't just do it by just talking to people. You're building if you're building a real business. The difference between being a supervisor or a president's team is one thing. They build a serious business. They build a real business. They build a business that has systems and processes that can duplicate. If they want to do that, if we go deep into it, we're set for like 3-4 hours understanding, which is exactly the same thing we're doing with you. But right now, she has had no branding on it. So we're building the branding first, right? You don't have a branding, what are you going to market? Nothing. Even me, I had to go and now build my brand kit and everything, which is really what we're doing with you now. I'm building a brand kit behind that. There's 20 burpees, ma'am. And just for that, you're going to sit here in the corner. Right? Just kidding. You see what I'm saying? So you guys have to understand there's a process of building a business. Most of us start by just selling. I get it. The sales process is what makes us the money. But we're focusing too much on the money and not the purpose, not the why. So that's why businesses don't last. Think about this, guys. I don't want you guys to fail, but think about this. 80% of businesses fail within the first 2 years. Can I be honest with you? Now, it's 90. 9 out of 10 businesses fail within the first 2 years. Are you a business? What are your odds? Get it now because your frustration is, okay. So it's like, you know what? You're right, Javi. I just don't want to build a business. So what are you going to do? Go depend on somebody else to build your life? Or go back to working for don't get me wrong. There's people that were born, see, there's people that were purposed to go work for other people. That's the purpose, right? And guess what? If I was to go leave today, if for some reason I've lost everything today, I know I can go get a job anywhere at sales. Some of the top companies will hire me for sales. I'm like, because I bet you I'll be a better salesperson than anybody here, right? So I can do that, and I can work on that, and I can get the sales, right? But guess what else I would do? I will figure out how I can make more money within that business. When we're done with this, I think by next week, I'm gonna invite you guys. I was telling you about that, but business execution workshop. It's gonna start from A to Z. You're already automatically in, because I'm bringing some of my clients, right? You're automatically in, and I got DC Medical that I work with, and Ruben. But I'm only gonna have 10 to 15 people in there, and we're gonna go deep for 3 days, 5 hours a day. And I don't know if we're gonna do it here, or maybe I'll rent the place out where it's very secluded, there's nothing but attention in there. We have a worksheet we're gonna have to go in there, and we're gonna build that business properly in 3 days. I just got certified in Business Builder, right? So I just got certified in it. Now, what are you guys getting certified at? Like, where are you growing? Where are you developing? And this is what we're going at. Right? This is so important. This is why the why is so important. Your why doesn't matter. Your business doesn't matter if you don't have a purpose behind it. Your purpose is your why. Like, why are you building what you're building? And then from there, now when you know your why, then you understand. Like I've known Esther for I don't know how many years. Esther, when I was working at the
10 years now.
for about 10 years, so she was the manager at the office space where we're at, right? It's Christian little office space. I remember when I first met you because I was working there and I got my office there, suite number 205. I still remember. But her daughter is, she's got a daughter. What is it that she has?
She has cerebral palsy, epileptic seizures, and severely disordered.
Now watch this, please. And there's a reason why I mention her. It's because I know her and I know what she does. Now watch this. Watch this so you guys can understand this. So, what is the business that you're building?
To train people to be home care providers.
To be a hair camp provider, right? For people that are sick at home, right? Would she be a good fit for that? Why? Her wife's really, she's been taking care of her daughter her life, and she will for the rest of her life. She would drop anything for her daughter right now, right? And she's committed. Like, look where she's at, and she's got her daughter at home. I know she's late probably because she had to wait for somebody to come take care of her. Yes or no? You see her emotional, right? If you're emotional, if your wife's not getting you emotional, you need to go home. Just give it up. Because I'm telling you that our why will make you cry. If it's not making you cry, you're doing something wrong. Like building a business is not easy, right? And a lot of times when we have these things like that, right? Like what we're doing with Roxanne, we're building all this stuff and everything, right? That takes a lot of time, right? And it takes a lot of like, why this, why that? Like this morning before I left, I got, I says, hey, she uploaded all this into the Google Drive. I want a lot of these images and videos implemented into her website, right? So I just want to have at least a homepage so that way we can move forward. Because how are you gonna say, hey, I'm here, I'll fix your entire thing. And you're like, okay, let me Google you, let me find you, because people are like that today. People will take somebody's money and so forth. So you gotta have like, reviews, like we're doing her review campaign and we're doing all these different campaigns because, like, okay, I get it, Jonathan, you do, life insurance and so forth. How do I know you're not going to take my money? How do I know? Well, it's New York Life. I'm not doing business with New York Life. I'm doing business with you. Show me, if I Google, what's your name of your business? Oh, I don't, I'm just with New York Life. I would never, ever, I would never leverage a company like that, like you, like, oh, I work with no, you're not. You're a distributor of Herbalife. You're, of New York Life, right? So you need to actually brand yourself. Like you even got to brand yourself 100%, right? Hopefully, we're doing her website too. Hopefully the update's already done by this because I told him this morning he's supposed to be doing, actually last night. He was supposed to do, I love when I'm sleeping and they're working. So I get people in the Philippines all the time. So I have a people at 10. I'm having problems with people right now. And guess what I did? I said, I have clients that don't care how, I just want my stuff done. So guess what I did? Now I hired 10 of them, and I'm giving them 2 hours each one to see whose strengths are what. Testing their strengths and their weaknesses and seeing, do you want more? Do you want to train? What do you want from life? Now I'm starting to ask them, like, now I'm telling them, like, guys, I haven't even thought about this. Now I'm doing a DISC assessment for them. Do you know who your clients are? We're going to be talking about that next, right? So I hope you guys understand why I started with that, because until you find that purpose, you're not going to go nowhere. Like, it's more important to find your purpose before you build a business. A lot of the time, like for her purpose is her purpose is that because of her daughter. That's what you think. God uses the worst parts, areas in our lives that we don't. Do you actually think she really woke up one morning and says, "I really think I want to have a daughter that has this, and so that way I can build a business"? Never. I mean, that's kind of stupid, right? And guess what? Her purpose, you were working for there, right? And if you don't mind, how many years have you tried to build this business? Because I remember, when you first started?
Going in 6 years, I have to keep stopping because she gets too sick.
And now your dad got sick and all this. Keeps stopping you, but she keeps coming back. Most people would have quit already. Like, I'm done. I'm just gonna be her guardian, and that's it. I'm just staying home. Let the government take care of me. Yes or no? Now she knows how to get the government to give the people that she's gonna train, give them not the loans,
The training money to go.
the money. The government gives them the money for that. If you want it bad enough, you'll find a way. If you want it bad enough, you will find a way. Your purpose will make room for you. Your purpose will make room in your life. It will. And guess what? If you're going out there into the marketplace and trying to find things how you can get everything for free, I'm gonna go do this because it doesn't cost me time or money. I'm going this because it doesn't cost me time or money. I'm doing this because it doesn't cost me time or money. Guess what? It is costing you time and money if you don't do it. And if you do things that are free all the time. Because guess what? You attract that into your life, right? Yesterday we were redoing our garage, right? So that way I can have the garage the way she wants it. So I'm putting a new floor on it. We put some new weights and everything on there. Because I also want to work out from home instead of going to there. Because I'm like, I go down there, I put a little air conditioner downstairs, I go downstairs, boom, 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 and come right back in. I'm saving myself 30 minutes. Like, honestly, I'm saving my time driving there and driving back, where I could be just listening to the Word of God. I'm buying time. I'm investing $3,000-$4,000 in there, but I'm buying myself that time. Now I don't have to pay gold. Now I can stay there. Now I can spend more time with God. You got to learn how to buy time. That's exactly what you're doing. Because I'm telling you that you guys have such a great dreams. Dreams. But if you don't have the goals set in your life to get them, to achieve them, they'll never come true. Let me see if I can figure it out on my own. You're not a marketer. You can't be a marketer, a salesperson, operations, human resources all in one time. Yes? 20 million businesses today are like that. You want to know why they're struggling? You got to learn how to buy time. Like whatever you earn, 20% of that should be going back into marketing. Why? I just don't have enough clients. Well, of course not, because you're spending all the money that you say you're going to build a business with. You want more money? Learn how to build a business. Brand, marketing, systems and processes, sales. And each one of those are the things that we're going to go over. I mean, I could have bombarded her with all that stuff and everything, but I can't because she's never built a solid business before. I want to show her how to do that one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. It's going too slow. No, there's a process and systems for everything in life, right? The commitment level. Where's the commitment at? I'm committed. I'm just committed. I'm committed. Okay, got you. How long you been in business? Show me your paycheck. There's something wrong when you're committed so bad in your business and you're struggling financially. Something's off. And I want you guys to challenge yourself on that thought. Maybe you need to go find a counselor. Maybe you need to find you a coach. Like seriously, like no BS. What quarterback ever went to the Super Bowl without a coach? I'm not talking about sports. I'm not talking about sports either. You're the quarterback of your business. Well, how could you go I'm going to run this play? Where'd you get that from? Like, who told you that? Oh, I'm going to run this business, but now I'm going to become a coach. A coach of what? You don't even know how to coach your own self. Right? Like, and for you guys that do network marketing, what we're going to do is, and I want to talk to Geraldine, but I want to show you guys how to coach somebody. Because that's the problem is we're dropping a lot of people because you don't know how to coach people. Have you taken your shakes? Why don't you show up to your studio? Like we do those things, that's not coaching. Who told you that? You got to go deeper with these people. If you want them to stay, why do you think Geraldine is so good at coaching? She gets into your business, right? Huh?
She sure does.
Oh, they threw you under the bus.
She does.
They say, sure do. You get into their business. But that works. But you see now what she's such a good.
Be willing to go there.
I can't hear you.
You can tell somebody that, but the person has to be willing to do that. If they're not willing to go there.
Exactly. You know why you guys are not willing to go there with people? Even fun. This is for all of us. You know why you're not willing to go there? Because you're not willing to go there for yourself. You're broken, Esther. You're broken. You're broken. Jonathan, you're broken too. Javier, you're more broken than all of them. I know that, right? But you got to find where your strengths are at and use your strengths, right, at that time. But as long as you're always making progress in those broken areas, you do that. We think this is just going to happen, and it doesn't just happen. Like, it's really, I'm going through a little struggle right now of all these coaches telling me all these things that I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear them. What I want to know, what I wanted to know is, like, where's the money at? Like Grant Cardone says, where's the money? I get it. We do want money, but money has to be part of remember, the money, it should feed your purpose, not your purpose feeding your money. It doesn't work like that. Remember, Romans 8:28, right? For all things work together. Are your things working together for the good of those who love God? Do you love God? If you love God, how you submitted are you to Him? What are you giving Him? Where's your 10%? All these different stuff, guys. Like, when you scratch your head, it says, I'm not going to throw you under the bus, right? But just think about this past month. How much have you given back to God? But we want the success, God. He says, no, it doesn't work like that. I want your heart first. If you can open your hand and give it to Him, that's really what He wanted when He wanted the 10%. He did not want your money. He can care less about your money. He wanted to see where your heart was at. When we are able to do that, then He will able to open it. She was actually one of the ones that, she was tithing at first and everything. She's the one that made me realize about the tithing, because I really always seen, I was raising up a Catholic. I always just see my mom going up to the front and everybody's giving $1, giving $1, giving $1. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to give $1 too. And when you make it, it's 10%. Like, nobody teaches that stuff because people want to talk about money in church. They don't want to talk about money in church. Man, they should be talking about money all the time. Nobody talks about business. Jesus was in business. Yes? Thank you for agreeing. Jesus was in business. He said, He told the Apostle Peter, and he says, right? Leave that business and follow me. I have another business for you. I'm going to make you a businessman of what? Of people. And you guys think about, like, I don't know if I was born for business. It's in the Bible. Like, we live in an economy world. And especially for women, like the concept of a woman staying home and so forth. I'm sorry, this is 2023. And even like you were saying, Roxanne, I'm so proud of you that you empower and you said that you grew up and says, I'm going to help this man because he's got the gift. He just needed somebody to come around and make him not whole, right? But complete that area for him. And guess what? Who's going to benefit from that? Both of you guys are. That's just the way it works. Now, I'm not saying you have to be married to do that, right? But the right one, you need to be planning and creating and bringing that right one. Don't do it like I did. I was just trying to figure them out. Oh, what? Nope, that one didn't work. Nope, that one didn't work. Nope, that one didn't work. Right? Until she grabbed me by the hand, she said, here I am. And then she sang the song to me. Here I am to worship. I'm just kidding. But I just want to get started on that because I think we need to go deeper into your subconscious mind. I think you want to go deeper into the areas where you're struggling at to make your business. You think it's your business and it's not. It's in your mind. What area do you think that is you're struggling with in your mind that's stopping you from growing? I think Kathy was, you told me that. Tell me what you got at, what you're getting at the be obsessed or be average.
I think for me it was
success is not a bad thing. Like the way you're saying, like I guess for most people, it's like an outsider can say like, man, you're so obsessed, like that's like you're crazy or whatever. But that's what separates you from living that life versus like, well, I might be obsessed, but at least I'm not broke.
Exactly. Exactly. I want to be obsessed to be successful. You know why? Because the more I have, the more I can do with it. And God knows our heart. You can't fool God. Okay? You can't fool him because he knows. That's why he gave him one, 2, and 5, right? The 1 and 2 and 5 of the parable of the talents. When you're ready, he will give you 2 and 5. But he's got to know your heart's right first. So don't think you're going to fool him. God, I promise you I'm going to do this. Before I knew you, I knew every hair in your head. Like he knew everything about you already. He knew you were going to be here today. But he's waiting for you to shift. He's not going to make you shift because he's not a tyrant. He's like, you want to do it? I'm telling you to go do it, to go impact the world, to go purpose, to go represent me, right? That's why he said that the 12. And then we're going to finish with this. This is another thing that spoke to me this week. When Jesus sent out the 12 apostles, did he send them by ones? He sent them by twos. Stop trying to think you're going to build your business by yourself. Who's the other person? And if you don't have one, you do have one. You do have one. He's got to be the first one. I'm telling you guys, this is not supposed to be a preaching time, but I'm telling you, it really has a lot to do with business. He sent them out by two. Why? What was that?
Accountability.
Accountability. Why else? What does the scripture say? If you fall, somebody can pull you up. If you got fall today, I think you fell one time. And Geraldine was there to pick you up. I remember that because we went to your house. Who's your other half? Right? I know. See, you think like, yeah, is the man supposed to be picking me up? No. You women make the house. I'm telling you, you can empower him so much and at the same time, drop him like he's dead. It's the strength in twos. Don't believe me? The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit string of 3 cannot be easily broken. Have you seen a rope with one string? Have you seen one with a thick one like that with a, I forgot how they go, right? Boom, 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 weaving together? How hard is that one to break? Who's your other person? Who's your coach? Who's your coach? Who is that person that's helping you build that area of your life? Who? Don't raise your hand physically, just do it virtually. I mean virtually. Imaginary, okay? Who is actually don't have that other one? Think to yourself, do you have a coach, a counselor, somebody that's speaking into your life, a pastor, someone, because you usually have one, like I literally have like eight coaches right now. And I can see myself becoming better. Not because I like it, because sometimes they tell you things that I think they're wrong, but they tell me they're wrong. They tell me I'm wrong. Let's just say I'll go halfway. And I'm telling you, by doing this, I've been blessed more than any of you guys. When you came and told me what you told me, look, I was just serving, and God spoke to me through her. Where is God speaking to you at? If you don't have the other person physically, is God really your partner in business? Because if he's not, then you don't have a purpose. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Our purpose needs to come from him, because he says, I made you. He said in Matthew, he says, our purpose is really to go into the world and make disciples. Who are you discipling? Oh wait, no, I'm waiting for him. I'm waiting for Jonathan to give me. Jonathan, you haven't given me anything. And I'm just kidding, because I'm really grateful. I remember the time that I asked you for the batteries Even those little things like that, right? I remember those things, right? But if I'm waiting for Jonathan to do something for me instead of, hey, Jonathan, come over here, brother. I just want to feed you. I just want to give you what I have, what I know. That's all it is about. Who are you doing it for? Because all we're doing is waiting for somebody. Well, I'm waiting for my next client. Who are you serving, first of all? If you're not serving anybody, don't expect to be served. It's a funny thing because every time, and then we're really done with this part, everybody was expecting Jesus to come in a white horse with a huge sword, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. And he came in a donkey. I'm not going to listen to that person. That might be the donkey that God's talking to you about. Well, look, I'm telling you, you gotta always open up the spiritual eyes and start listening to what God is speaking to you about. Stop listening to people that are broke. Stop listening to people that don't know what they're talking about. Before they tell you everything, tell me, have you ran a business? Are you a Christian? Tell me what your beliefs are. Show me your past. And then finally, show me your paycheck. And then I may listen to you. Right? I'm telling you, if you don't listen to them. I'm telling you, they're going to sidetrack you. That's Satan. Satan's there to really just watching where he can steal from you. Steal you what? Steal your joy, steal your peace, steal your whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. He's trying to take it from you. Oh, your marriage? Guess what? He hates marriage. Why? Why do you guys think he hates marriage? Because two united as one are very powerful. And we are the bride of Christ, yeah? Jonathan, you are the bride of Christ. I'm a bride of Christ. People don't understand what that really means. And we'll talk about that one day when we start. Man, I think we just need to start service. But that unity is not just for you and God, not for the bride of Christ too, but it also goes into humanity. And I'm guilty of that because a lot of my life, I did it on my own because of what she said.
Because of what he said.
But because of the reason that you said, that God said through you, which it was my pain. Get out, you ain't gonna come through. I won't let anybody come through to hurt me. Ain't gonna happen. And all of us could be talking about that. Because you even said it. I don't want people, whenever I call them, I don't know what to say with them. Just be there for them. That's as simple as that. Just be there for them. Maybe that's all they need. Don't expect them to do that. Go for the no's. Go for the no's, not the yeses. Why? That way you won't be let down. Yes, no, I gotta know. You hate no's. Everybody hates no's? But why? Who told us that no is a bad thing? God tells us no all the time. Yes? I want to be successful in business. Not yet. Not yet. You're not ready. God, why am I just getting one talent? Because you're not prepared, my son, my daughter. When I'm ready, I will give it to you. For right now, no. Keep working at it. You see what I'm saying? We hate no's, but no is a good thing. Okay, anybody drove over here? How many red lights? How many stop signs? Stop. No, don't go. Red means no, right? Do you go? What happens when you go? Woo! Right? I told you to stop. I'm just saying, guys. Okay? Got it? So now we're going to focus on this. Okay? I'm sorry, but that's been in my mind. And again, it's the information we have. Okay? So start listening to the information you're getting. All right? We were talking about the tagline, the value proposition. Anybody remember what we talked about, the value proposition? Value proposition. What is it? It's a statement about tangible results. Valuable proposition. I can help you lose 30 pounds, or value proposition, don't exaggerate, right? I can help you lose 10 pounds in 3 days. I mean, that's in 3 days, in 30 days. 3 pounds in 1 day, in 3 days. Remember the 3-day trial? You guys, we still have that, right? 3-day trials, you can say, I can help you feel more. And look, so what's my guarantee? My guarantee is that if you do exactly what I tell you for 3 days, you're gonna have more energy, you're gonna feel better, and you may lose 1 to 3 pounds. Well, no, what I want is lose pounds. I'm like, yeah, but could it be that maybe you're not gonna lose anything because you're still eating and still have the same habits, same everything? Can't continue doing the same thing expecting something different to happen, right? So if you do something different, you'll get different results. If you keep doing the same thing, you're not gonna get it. Does anybody know why certain products, right? For example, like what would his value proposition, right? What's Jonathan's value proposition? Esther, you got to think about what's your value proposition. The value proposition is something that you tell, like what's the end result, right? Remember, the tangible result a customer gets using your product or services. What is that look like for them? Like let's just say the training, right? You will get certified. We will help you, guide you. We will coach you, whatever it is, within those 90 days. Let's say example, I don't know how your structure is, right? But that's the big promise, right? So if anybody came to you about the training, I would ask them like, first of all, why do you want to do that? Why do you want to train to do that?
Because I couldn't find a person that can actually take care of my daughter with all of her different conditions.
Okay, so let's just say I'm a trainer, that I'm going to do a training, I'm going to do a training for you, right? And I'm going to show you what be the value proposition. So you wanted to come train at Love and Care Academy. Tell me about that. Why made you want to come and do that? In just simple sentence, like what was it that made you want to go into that industry?
Into the industry of caring.
Yes, you're the person that came to train. I'm the academy. Okay, so I'm gonna test you, like for you, and be completely transparent. Like what is it that you wanted to get trained into taking care of people that are sick or maybe handicapped? What is that? What was it? What made you do that?
Because I have a daughter with disability she was born with, and I have
Okay.
the same thing.
So I'm writing it down. You got a daughter with disabilities. Okay. So why now? Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to get certified to do that now?
Because there's people out there that just they go to a home, they're not prepared for the train for what they have to care for. They
Okay.
don't know.
So how does that affect you?
It affects me because they can hurt that person that they're taking
See that?
care of.
Watch this. So I'm like, okay, if I can get you certified and help you and all that and place you in a place where you can actually do that, would you be ready to start now? Based on your reasons why you want to do it. I started with all the emotions first because I wanted to commit first before anything else. If we do it the other way around, I found the purpose, not the money. They'll do anything for the money. If Jonathan gets a flat right now, right? Like they just said we all left, right? He was in the phone. He got in his car, and he got in his car, and then all of a sudden we all left, and his car got a flat, right? He didn't have a spare. What would you do?
Figure out a way to get it fixed.
What if right next door here they had a tire stop, right? To fix tires, and it was going to cost you $100, and they'll do it in 5 minutes. And did I even say anything about the money? It doesn't matter. The money doesn't matter if the value proposition is strong enough. If the value is in there. That's exactly what that is. The tangible results. We sell products and services. Don't stop selling that. Start selling the value, the why, the who, the what. People have, I'm telling you, people have real life emotional connection with things they do. Karate. Why does all of a sudden you want to do? Why does all of a sudden you want to do karate? Why do you want your kid to do karate? Well, he's just being, I can't, or if he's saying, I just don't want it in my home anymore. That is, okay, tell me about that. Why? But why? I just want to know why, because the way we bring kids in here, we got to make sure that they're aligned to the purpose of what we do here. And they're like, oh, I thought this was just no. It's not about the karate. It's about the kids. Karate is just a tool. Karate is just a tool. Herbalife is just a vehicle. New York Life is just your vehicle. The training is just a vehicle. You pay anything. If I could make me and my wife probably relationships, right? We're gonna say me and my wife, and I'm gonna say Roxanne and your husband, right? I don't believe any relationships is perfect. Let's just say yours 1 to 10 is a 7, okay? Because of communication, because of beliefs, because of this, whatever, right? If I was to tell you that I can get you to a 10 in 90 days, your commitment would be 1 hour a week. Would you be open to that? If I can get you to a 10 in your relationship within 90 days, would you be open to that?
Yes.
Why'd you say it like that?
How?
She's like, yes. Come on, let's be honest.
Who
But
doesn't want to live at a 10 out of 10?
what?
It's like, who doesn't want 10 out of 10?
Okay, exactly. But if I could get you there, would you be open to that? How much are you willing to invest? She didn't even ask me how much first. She didn't, because all she wanted was what she wanted was the outcome. You see what I'm saying? Don't sell the outcome.
And what
So-
if the person asks, like, what's the catch? Or how much is it?
Look, if you came into here because understanding what a catch is, I'm going to tell you there is no catch. What I want you to understand, if there's a commitment part first, that's what I want to know from you first. That's it. There is no catch. Do you want it or not? People are going to find excuse, like you said, but you see where her mind is going? It's like, what are the things, what don't you think people think like that too? Like, what's the catch? How is that?
What's the catch?
Yeah. It's going to cost you $5,000 in 90 days. What would you think? What would you think if I was to charge you $5,000 to get you from, let's just say, where you're at to a 10 out of 10 in your relationship? What would you say about that? Truly, I want you to, don't overthink it.
No, truly, I would say I want to get it to a 10, but that's something that I can't afford.
Okay, could you go out for, which one is more affordable, $5,000 or divorce?
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you.
No, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, what?
I mean, of course, no one wants to go through a divorce.
Why not?
Nobody wants to go through that.
Why not? Why don't you? Don't talk about nobody else. Let's talk about you. What is it?
Experience.
Uh-huh. Have you ever thought about your kids? What's happening to them when you get divorced? Have you thought about the consequences of everything, split up everything and just start over from scratch, emotional? Now your business is going to affect and everything. Which one's worth more, 5,000 or a divorce? When you're ready to start. It's not the money, guys. People will, I will, if me and Geraldine can actually wave a magic wand and find, that balance, because we also have struggles, because she's messed up in the mind just the way I am. We came to two different, like she thinks my family is just like, we're not very emotional. We're like, let's go. And I think she's too emotional. So how do we find that balance, right? I think she's got to work on her, and I got to work on myself, right? And then now she doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to tell her that we got to go to counseling together again.
Yay,
But you see what I'm saying? Like, actually, you don't need me to do that. It's simple. Go to counseling, get somebody else's perspective versus trying to figure it out yourself. Now, let's keep going. Elevator pitch, right? What was my elevator pitch to you? If I could get you from where you are in your life, in your relationship, if I can get you from a 7 to 10 in 90 days, would you be open to that? That's my big promise. My big promise is I can get you there. And you say, what's the catch? I says, there is no catch. What I'm telling you right now is I need a commitment first. I need to know where you are at in your mind before I tell you anything about the program. You don't care what that program is. What you want to do is you look at, you're proposing is the value proposition is the big what is it? What do they call it? The big outcome, right? What is the results that you're gonna get if we do this? Got it? 1 to 2 sentences, right? What did I say? Right? What did I tell you about like, for example, if I was going to Esther, so if I could get you certified out in the marketplace and maybe with a couple of prospects with a job within 90 days, are you ready to get started today? I'm giving her the big, I'm getting certified, I'm getting my driver's license, kind of like when you thought about I got my driver's license, I was always thinking, I'm like, oh my God, I'm finally turning 18, I can drink. Guess what? The day I started to turn 18, they moved it to 21. God was trying to speak to me even back then. And I was stupid and not to even listen to him. I'm like, are you serious? Guess what I did? I get somebody else to buy it for me. Anyways, we'll talk about that one some other time. Who do you help? Who is that person that will help it? That message has to be intentional to the person that we're going to do that, because we're going to talk about that very, very closely. Because sometimes we think everybody's our customer. Everybody that has kids is a customer. Jonathan, everybody that wants to, maybe everybody that works as a customer. I don't think sometimes we actually have niched down, understand exactly who your customer is. Right? Why should a customer buy from you? Why should a customer buy the certification from you, Esther?
Why should they buy from you? Because I'm willing to go beyond the fundamentals.
I would hope so if I'm paying you. That's not, everybody does that. I would hope so. If I'm paying you, I hope so. You better take me there. Why should a customer buy from you? Why should I buy from you? Why should I join your academy? Let me tell you, let me give you a little hint. Remember I said, our old customer, a lot of times is our old you. Because I've been where you're at. And I know what you're going through. I'm that person. Well, but you're more expensive, right? Let's just say. That insurance policy, it's somebody gave it to me for a cheaper price. The karate school is more expensive than the one down the street. The aggregation, that home, I say and you've heard this before, it's too expensive. You know why? Because we never made that relationship. Because what I usually do is says, okay, so if it was not the price, who would you rather do business with, Jonathan or me? For example, okay, let's talk life insurance. Thank you for pointing at him, okay? So let's say we're talking about financial services. Roxanne, I have a financial service that I can sell you, and so does Jonathan. Who would you buy it from?
I would buy it from you because I have that relationship with you and I know you and I trust you.
She doesn't need, and believe me, I'll sell it for you, don't worry about it, and I'll pass it over to you so I get a commission. But you know what? Absolutely right, because people buy from people they know, like, and trust, because you have the credibility. Not even, it doesn't matter what you know. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So 100%, I ask people all the time, and they're like, yes, so if it was not a pricing issue, if the price was not the barrier, who would you rather do business with, that person or me? And they're like, me. They're like, okay then, now you see my value. My value costs more. Being with me costs you more. And again, I tell them, I was like, great. So you go, what's the difference between you and them? I'm like, I don't know what they do, and neither am I trying to compete. I'm telling you what I know how to do, and I'm certified to do it. Most coaches today are not even certified. They're not certified. Everybody's a coach today, yes or no? You guys see it on I don't know if it's me, or like when you do know one thing and do one thing, you see everybody's in wellness coaching. Not true. We see that. It's not true. Not at all. I don't need, now that I'm not doing network marketing anymore, I don't really see too many wellness coaches. Like, honestly, I've never even seen a wellness coach approach me in the past 3 years. I wonder why not. What do you guys think that is? It's really dumb because I would buy it. Because I know that I have to look good, that I have to take care of myself to be where I'm going. You guys should be going after these people. I'm telling you guys, it's like you're going after these people that, oh, they stay-at-home moms and stuff like that. People in business are struggling with their health. It's just such a huge market, and they got the money. Everybody, you go see.
The business mixers, girls.
Huh?
We need to go to the business mixers.
You guys don't?
Well, now I am. Where do we go?
Okay, when you go there, but go with a purpose. Don't go there. I see it all the time. Right, Jonathan? We see it all the time. I go with Jonathan with some of them. They remember when I was sitting there and I think you were sitting in front of me, right? And that girl that was here on this side, she was a younger lady. She sat there the whole time like this. No kidding. At a mixer, right? At a networking event, and she was like this the whole time. Why the hell are you going? If you're not going to talk to people, to build relationships, why do you even go? You go there to build relationships. So go there for the purpose. Go in there not to sell. Don't go there for sell because you can, they smell you a mile away. Go there to empower somebody, to give somebody value. Just to collect a business, like for their business. Let's just say, for example, their businesses. Let's just say, I think they started about a year ago. The whole purpose is actually to build that business within the next 3 to 5 years, right? And I don't know their goals, but if I was in their place, what my goals would be is a business to have 3, 5 years, build a list. It doesn't have to be of customers. Build a list. Businesses are bought by list. What's their contact information? What's your systems and processes? If he's gone, can somebody come in and take over that business? And the most of us can say, heck to the no. Even with me, by myself right now, I'm actually the business. So I'm training some people to actually do all the work and create some systems and processes and so forth. And it's been very hard lately. But I got to keep pushing through, because that way my business can be sold within the next 3 years. And then I'm not going to do digital marketing anymore. I'm just going to do coaching and consulting in Kingdom Principles. That's what I think God's called me to be. Because nobody teaches that. Everybody's a coach. But how do we align ourselves? We're spirits. And none of any coaching organization you go to, none of them are teaching you with spiritual principles. None. You were going to say something.
If I'm allowed to.
Absolutely. Hold on, depends. Is it going to be about me?
Yeah.
Then go for it.
Give me a minute, and I'm sorry to interrupt.
No.
And while she's looking it up, I wanted to say something real quick if I could.
Yes, sir.
We're doing the farmer's market at Sabino Park,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Here's the thing, the lady right across from us, she sells windows.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we're giving away put your name in for $35,000 worth of windows. And that's all she says. And everybody just kind of walks up, boys would like to play. Well, most people in that area don't want to do karate either, but you know what our spill is?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you want some water? It's hot out.
I would take a dog.
We get more people when we offer them water
Sure.
for no reason whatsoever, and they'll talk to us about our karate.
And then, if you even mention karate, they'll mention
No, you guys want some water?
my water. It's hot today. How do you feel?
And then we ask them about themselves.
Absolutely, they got it right there. It's absolutely there. It's about other people. It's not about you. It's all about that. You were going to say, go ahead.
Yeah, going back to you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Would you say that again? The word you wanted to do?
I said that for me, for my future, I see me stop doing the digital marketing part and other doing the actual work for clients and so forth, and to coach people into businesses using kingdom principles, like spirituality in the business, right? To make God our CEO versus ourselves. Go ahead.
And I'm going to confirm that what you're called to do. We don't have that right now. And if we do, it's an exception more than the rule, and it should be the other way around. Because God is business.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, we don't think it that way, but God is business. So I'm going to just let you know that God is saying that you're on the right track. That's what you're called to do. Last time I was here, you talked about mission statement, and here this up, this is for everybody. Mission statement, now we're working on ours. We don't get it together, believe me. But when you talked about overall goal of the company for you, I was thinking is to help elevate people to the next level. We're talking about here, talking about Javi. We're not talking. So who do you help? You said the marketplace. That's who you're helping. What is the outcome that you deliver? Well, for you, will be setting people free from fear of failure. And then empowering adults, empowering people to reach their goals. And so, why do you do this? He said it. God called him to do this. He's walking in God's will. And if he does walk in God's will, there is no weapon formed against him that it shall prosper.
You gain God's promise.
You get God's promise.
Which
So I just wanted to let you know publicly that which you have in your heart, God is behind you. And he will provide and promote and help you through it.
I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather have that than anybody else to tell me yes or no. Confirmation. Like, who's speaking into our life? I get people like that telling me, like, if somebody come, look, if you got to go there. If you're building a business, if you're not showing up for God, you're going to fail. If God is not in the CEO, like people ask me today, so who's the CEO of the company? I'm like, I'm just the toilet cleaner. Like, people laugh at it, but I'm telling them, like, no, seriously. Like, I have to do, and am I there yet 100%? We all know that we're never going to be there, right? But I'm not going to take somebody to tell me, you're too obsessed about that. I'd rather be obsessed about that than be obsessed about being broke. If we're really honest with ourselves, it's like society has destined us to think all this stuff is negative. Like, all this stuff is negative. It's not. Because if we can empower somebody to better health, better wealth, better people, taking care of people, taking care of more kids, helping people find their freedom, why would, like, irrigation, well, how would that have to be? You know how many people, Roxanne, that you walk into and says, you tell them, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to do it today? First of all, I'm just looking for pricing. What does that really mean? What do you mean pricing? Are you looking for pricing or are you looking for quality? Because so what are you looking for out there? Well, what's your price? I don't even know what you want. I don't even know who you are. How can it's hard for me to tell you that. And that will be an door open for me to come present themselves to me and say, I will go into somebody's house and let me tell you something. Like what you were telling me, now I'm going to tell you something. God's going to use that for you to bring more people to God too.
Yes.
Most people that you deal with, they're probably frustrated, they're probably broken, they're probably everything, and you're going to be that light for them. We go into for the transaction. God has a different purpose for that. He calls it purpose, not transaction. And we were going over there. Remember that it can't be transactional? Can't be transactional, guys. Okay, what time is it? I don't want to get in trouble with my wife.
23.
Okay, 1:23. What was that?
I said it's daytime, the sun is still out, sorry.
We're still good, right? I used to wake up at this time. How does your product solve a problem and improve a situation, how does that how does that product improve the product and situation? That needs to be at the top of your website, right? Remember the conversion, there's such a thing as the conversion equation. Into the conversation, this is something I'm gonna be talking to you next week, is I'm gonna change your website. Well, I told you, I said, this is just a simple template. We're putting the backbone together, but we wanna be purposeful to say up on the top says, not, I do aggregation. Yeah, so does everybody in San Antonio. But you want it when people look at the website to shift their mind. Boom. That automatically will convert more people, because people are doing it for their beautiful home. We save you time. Most people today, they want to save time. Yes or no? Would you like to save more time? Okay. How much does it cost to save? First of all, how are you currently watering your grass? Right? My wife is doing it. How does she like doing that? I'm so glad I don't have a grass out there, because my wife wouldn't. I don't know. I think she would do it. I think she would do it. She loves outside. I think she would. I think she would. Maybe either that, because I'll be screwed if she tells me to do it. I'm like, it's too hot. All right. So how does it solve the problem? Not what you do, how you solve that problem. What? See the how and the what? What specific benefits could a client expect? What specific benefits could your service, could the client expect?
Time, because
What is it?
Save time, because the average system runs like 15, 20 minutes.
What are the benefits? Benefits could they expect?
Greener landscapes.
Greener
Beautiful
landscape?
landscape outside. Anything you plant, making sure that it survives this heat.
Okay. What about saving time and saving money and water?
Saving money and water too, with a properly installed system, because you can get any sprinkler guy to go install it, but they can take short.
Stay right there. See what benefits? What it is my sprinkler system's actually, it's actually set up to save you water you bill. So if you're thinking about pricing, I'm going to save it for you 10 times more in the long run. How would you like to have it for free? Let's do the math. How much I'm going to save you in the long run? By the way, do you have a homeowners association? What are the requirements? How many times are you supposed to have water and that and this and whatever? Go deeper into them. Show them the value and the specific benefits that you do that.
I want your service because I don't want to have to worry about when do I have to water, did I water, should I water, how long should I water, and you're going to save me money because you're going to water
Money?
as much money as I water what I need. I don't have to think about it.
Money and time, because I think those things have a timer when to start, when to turn off, right?
Yes.
Exactly. So money, especially, what's this? I think you just seen something. Because of what you were saying, is he said, wait a minute, oh man, that's right, I can save time so he can focus on his business. My business, how much do we spend in HEB weekly? She thinks it's $6.95, but it's not $6.95. $6.95 plus times 2, $12. $12, but it saves me time that I don't want. I can be doing with an hour, right? I can be doing so much more helping my clients build my business instead of doing that. I don't do that. Washing the car. I don't do wash cars, right? It's too hot out there for me. I'm not an outside guy, guys. You probably can tell that, right? So, Roxanne, please don't ever tell me to go help your husband. Please don't. I just put that person in front of me virtually and I'll sell them. But you see what I'm saying? Like a lot of them do, especially business owners. First thing I do, what do you do for business? What do you do for a living? I'm a business owner. Boom, benefits, big time. Says, how much time do you spend doing that? Have you done the math? How much is your hour worth? How much would you say your hour's worth?
I wouldn't do anything for less than about $80 an hour.
What's this? $80 an hour. When you split this for 1 hour times 12 months, it's what? About $1,200. I'm going to save you $1,200 the first year. Your system's going to be free. Oh, by the way, I don't know if it is or not, but I think it brings more value to the home. And also, you can actually tax deductible. Those are some of the things we're going to put in there in your website. Tax deductible. This, value of your home. That's what people, value, proposition. That's what you're giving them. Those are the things we're going to be working on this week. I'm putting a whole list together for that. You see what I'm talking about? It's the same thing with every business. So there you go, you have a client. How quickly will they see a result? Once you set it up for them, how quickly could they see a result? Let me see how you would answer.
I
Huh?
would say the same day.
Oh my God, I don't have to get up tomorrow morning. Now I can sit and what's this? But what's this? What time am I gonna do it? By the way, by the time you wake up tomorrow, nor you or your wife, you guys can spend Sunday morning going to church, having breakfast, and let the system do its thing. Yes! Yes or no?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't? You. It's like, how much money, I have, $10,000 in your bank account. How much are you getting return on that investment? 0.00 what? Not even less than 1%, right? What if within the next 12 months, I can duplicate those $10,000? Would you be open to that? Who's gonna say no? You see the psychology behind this? And the only thing that's stopping us is, like Grant Cardone says, information. And, most importantly, implementation. You see in aha moments here? Like, this is the same thing with you. Like, why do people want that? Everybody wants, if I just want a job. I get it, but let's go deeper than that. Why do you want that kind of, so you just want a job that could pay you more. For what? Maybe that's all they want, right? I just want a better paying job. Got it. If I was to do that for you, what would that mean? For what purpose do you want to get paid more? Because my husband's getting older, like my wife would say, my husband's getting older and I need to take care of him. Why are you laughing? Right? So if it's, let's just say that, right? Okay, so what would that mean to you being able to take care of him? I'm going with this. Man, that was his ultimate thing. He's starting to lose his mind. He can't think anymore to himself. Hopefully that'll never happen to me, guys. If you guys do, you guys gotta come and help me, man, because I don't know what she would do with me. But am I right? He's like, what would it happen to you? What would you feel for you to be able to give him that? To give him that, to be able to, not only you take care of him, but for you to be able to take care of him and financially help him out. Because if I'm not mistaken, the government will actually pay you to become his caretaker, right? What if we could do that for your husband? So she'll probably be your next she'll get certified to take. All right, guys, let's finish up. Simplified, we help X do Y by doing X. So we help homeowners and business owners, right? Do Y, create a greener pasture, not only outside, but inside the home. Right? Yes. Would you not consider a happier life if your wife didn't have to go out there at 6 o'clock in the morning, or the husband had to go out there and water the plant or water the grass and all that? Would you not think they both have a happier time together? Yeah, nobody wants to go out there and water the grass, especially here in San Antonio. It's freaking hot out there, right? Even if you go at 6 o'clock in the morning, it's humid. And the mosquitoes. You don't want that, do you? You don't want that, do you? Of course not. Oh, by the way, that hour that now you spend to do it, I want you to go take care of your business and make it grow. Just like the grass that we're going to do for you. Ah! Huh? Right? Don't worry, I'm recording.
On the website?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We think about this, and maybe I gotta type that one down, but I got a recording too. But it says we don't just take care of having greener grass, but we also help you have a greener life, right? Something like that. We'll use ChatGPT. She's my best friend. Huh?
Greener wallet.
Greener
More
wallet.
money inside there because you're making the money out.
There you go. There you go. A greener wallet and a greener inside in.
You mentioned, and I hate to hit you on your math just a little bit.
Sure.
Okay, so I've got a house.
Yes.
I've got a lawn. I've got
Yes.
to water it twice a week, or I get to water it twice a week. That's 4 weeks. So now that's 8 times. And I'm gonna say, okay, say I make $20 an hour.
Yes.
Okay, so if I make $20 an hour, and let's see, 4 times 8, it's $160. $160. I'm pretty sure within 3 months I'm gonna have paid. Well, within 3 to 4 months I'll have paid for
Okay.
at $20 an hour 2 times a
Put
week.
calculator up. Let's do the real math. So let's just say,
Okay.
no, because you said 80. So let's do the 80 because that's really what you. Let's do for real value.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to water my lawn
Twice a week.
twice a week for 4 weeks. That's
So
2
that's-
times.
So that's 80 times
That-
2.
That's well, we're starting 8 times.
8 times 2, which is a week.
4 times 2, which is 8.
640
640
for the 4 weeks.
for 4 weeks. Times, that's 4 weeks, times 12. $7,600.
Wow.
What car do you want to put it in?
Actually, I think we'll just stop because okay, so 2 times
I would say
4.
it's 160
That's 160
a week.
a week. No, it's only twice a week.
Right, so 8 times 2 is 16.
Times 2 is
16, 160
Okay, if
a week.
If we're doing it a week, it's 8 times. I mean, it's
2.
2. No, it's just 2 times.
It's 2 hours.
But my $20. $20.
No, I'm going 80 now because it depends who you're talking to.
you went to
We're talking about because you said you don't do anything for less than the $80.
Okay,
So we're doing the 80.
I was using 20 because that's.
No. I'm doing 80 because that's exactly what yours
Yeah,
is.
for me, yes.
80. 80 times 2 is 16.
Yeah.
Right.
$640 a month you're saving me.
Do you want to spend money? You want to save money? Which one would you want? Save money. Let me show you. Do the math in front of them.
All you
Done.
have to do is say how much money do you make?
How much money? Absolutely.
What do you get paid an hour?
The hourly. Break it down.
And when you take
Like,
an
for
hour times 2 times.
Let's do an example. I get paid, Grant Cardone pays me $120 for 45 minutes. Right? If my wife said, no, you're going to have to do the grass 2 times a week, right? That's 240. That's double that's huge money. You actually think I'm going to say, heck, no. What do you think I'm doing what I'm doing with the garage? I'm investing to save me time and money. People look at it the wrong way. People look at it, I'm going to do the grass, I'm going to do a sprinkler system because I need to spend I don't want if I want to spend the money or not. I would say, what do you mean by spending? Let's do some numbers. Let's do some numbers. You do the numbers, even for somebody like you said 80, but let's just say somebody that's, you're a nurse, right? How much do nurses usually get paid?
Ranges probably
40. Nurse house? So you also need to, what was that?
Half that's $320. She's saving $320 a month because you put a sprinkler system. And there
You see where we're going with this, right?
Yeah.
This is what we're gonna make the difference between anybody else that does it here in San Antonio. When you get people like that says, why do you want to do that? And then go ahead.
And you know what the average sprinkler system costs. So you say, okay, the average sprinkler system costs, I'm just gonna say $1,000. So in 4 months, you pay for a sprinkler system. So in 4 months, you'll have a sprinkler system that pays for itself. Oh, wait just a second, I forgot to calculate in the water savings because now you're watering what you need to water instead of what you think should be watered and
Value?
everything's consistent.
Value. People buy based on value, not pricing. If people are buying from you based on pricing, something is wrong there. I would never, honestly, Roxanne, I would never thought that I would be getting paid $120 for 45 minutes. Sometimes we don't value ourselves enough. If somebody's going to give, says, look, if you're looking for the next deal, this is not who I am, because I actually promise you that I can save you that money and get it for you absolutely for free. Are you interested in that? Of course, because everybody, come on, let's be honest, everybody wants it for free, right? Look what I'm doing with the garage, I'm doing it to save me time and money. Everything should be about that. Like, everybody wants that, but you got to use it the right way. Does that make sense? You got to use it the right way to present it the right way. Wellness, same thing. It's like, you actually think people don't want to lose weight. They don't. They want to feel better. It's their emotional part that's going to sell them, not their losing weight. We see ourselves all the time in the mirror. I'm like, oh, okay, damn, okay, man, I'm gaining, 1 pound, man, like, or you can actually be fit and be so tired, right? You gotta read them. You gotta go deeper and ask them. It's like most people save money, right? I would be doing workshops with him. I would be doing workshops and telling people the money mindset. We should do one. I have that presentation from Grant Cardone, the money mindset. The money mindset that we have is completely off. It's completely broken. People think about saving money. You saving money? No. Who told you that? Like, do you guys realize that every time you guys go open up a bank account, what is the first thing they tell you? It comes with a savings account. Why do you think they give it to you for a savings account? They give it to you so that way you can put your savings in there, so that way your savings can actually be used to actually loan money so they can make money on it. You use that every time, bro. I'll be like, how much money do you have saved for a rainy day? A rainy day, I got my credit card. No. You ain't gonna get me my savings account. I do have some money saved, right? Luckily, because right now, Melly buying a house, we were able to help her and do all this stuff for them. So, it's just so much that we can do with what we have. What can you do with what you have? And if you're saving your money, you're hurting yourself. I don't want to spend money into my business. You have, let's just say, $40,000 in savings, right? You have $40,000 in savings, shame on you. And you're trying to build a business and you have no marketing, no sales systems, no processes, no nothing on there, shame on you. Because guess what? How are you going to find freedom when you can't even find it for yourself? You're investing in the wrong thing. You're buying, you're going to work, you're getting the money, right? You're doing it, and then what's happening after that? You're saving it, putting it in a savings account. And then you're frustrated at your business because it's not working. It's not that it's not working, it's that you're not working it. I don't have enough clients. I'm not telling you to do this, okay? I'm not telling you to do this. This has to be at a place where you can do it. But if you don't have enough clients, I'll be running ads. Why? Running ads is a 10 times more speed than actually posting on social media. Why do people run their business from social media just posting stuff out? When we know it's showing up to what? 15% of the audience that's on your Facebook business page. On your Instagram Reels. When you get to the point where Geraldine is, which I would build it like that, right? But if I ever was to just say, you know what? I'm going to go back into doing wellness coaching again. Remember, I used to sell shakes, yes or no? I had my office there in business, and I used to sell shakes in the kitchen. Yes or no? Whatever it takes. Huh? I had my blender hiding under there. People used to come. Yes or no? True story. Want a tea? Come to my office. You gotta think outside the box, guys. You gotta think outside the box. Does that make sense? You gotta think outside the box. You gotta go all in, or just quit because if you like doing this. What?
Kathy, we're gonna see her carrying around her portable blender.
You know what? Hold on a second. Let me show you something.
There is a small portable blender.
Oh, no. I'm gonna go somewhere else. Who's the owner of Herbalife? I mean, the one that started it? Hughes.
Mark Hughes.
How did he start? In his trunk. In his trunk, he used to carry his little old things in there. And we are too prideful. We're like, I'm not going to do that. Damn. No wonder why he ended up like that. And he had a purpose, and he had a vision. And his vision, he went like this. Remember? You guys seen that, right? In his poster? We don't have that. Because you know what? You're worried about what other people are saying about you. Guess what? When you're looking this way, you can't see back. Some people they're gonna laugh at you. Let them laugh at themselves for being broke. I refuse. I don't know if it's me, and I know that my wife used to tell me this. I don't think she says that as much anymore, but sometimes she does. Like the other day, I had a really bad migraine. Tuesday when I was talking to you, I had a bad migraine. I don't know what happened that morning. I woke up with a bad migraine, and I had meeting after meeting. I can't call people and say I can't show up. And no matter what, she told me, slow down. And I said, I'll slow down when I die. Yeah, I'm obsessed. Because I know what's on the other side. And it's just that much further. Because I know when I get to the other side, I'm gonna be able to help a lot more people. Watch this, guys. If I was not obsessed, if I had not done that, I would not have been able to do this floor and do this remodeling that we did for her. It was my obsession. Yeah, you're right. And and then people say obsession is wrong. No, it's wrong the way you put it. Be obsessed or be average. Which one you want to be? Average? I don't want to be average. T.D. Jakes, Pastor T.D. Jakes, I was listening to him actually this morning, and T.D. Jakes says, he goes, I'm bivocational. He owns his own business. He goes, you actually think that I'm going to depend, in the beginning, I was going to depend on my congregation to give me money when they don't have a money mindset? He goes, I couldn't do that because I was going to fail. So his business fueled his ministry. That's exactly what I want to do. I want to be able to help the Esthers of the world. I want to be able to help people to actually even, like from my ministry, to be able to pay for their business. I want to do that. I really do. I want to start buying businesses. How would you like to have me as a partner? I'm telling you that I know a lot about business. I can't run it all, right? But that's what I know that God called me to that. It's like, how are you going to empower these businesses, right? It's by learning everything I need to do right now, be obsessed about the road, right? So that way I can look back and say, now I have a ministry, which we're about to launch here, life groups. We're going to start launching life groups here. Life group's going to be here on Friday evenings. Life group is not a Bible study. It's just going to come in. We're going to talk a little bit about God, about kind of like this, right? But more in a sense of community. We're going to, my business is going to feed that. I'm going to put my money in there so we can bring food, so we can do these things to say, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need, right? So that way we can help people, because it's not about taking. It's also about, like, I'm building my business for my future, for my ministry. I know that. I already know the guy called me in ministry. Whenever he's ready, he will put, I think he already is, right? I'm going to the classes and so forth right now. That's another class that I just finished. My ministry with San Antonio Baptist Association. It was a 6 months commitment, showing up there. When I was in the middle, I was supposed to do that. So I'm like finishing this, and running. I would actually take my laptop to the ministry class and so forth, and I was typing it. This is the stuff that I go through every week. And I'm in there doing my ministry class and also answering emails and everything for my clients and texting and stuff like that. It worked. Guys, you have to do whatever you have to do to be successful. But again, most importantly, if I could say this or we can finish with this, is one thing. Where's Kathy at? Now I'm going to wait till she comes back and then we'll finish. But please understand, like what I'm telling you right now, I hope you guys got some aha moments out of this. Because you got to understand is that you're not where you want to be. There's something inside of you, Jonathan, that's stopping you from getting there. There's something about you, Kathy. Like I can see you guys. You guys have been here, right? People come, people go, because let me see if it works. I just want to see that. And nothing's ever like that. You got to be committed to actually showing up and not only hearing. Don't be, even God says it, don't be hearers of the word only, but be also doers. Like, what are you doing? Not hearing. You can hear all you want. How many people go to STS? They say, oh my God, oh yeah, that was me. That Jesus spoke to me. And then you leave there within 24 hours, and guess what you're doing? Shot time. Let's go. Happy hour, girls. Come on, you guys know what I'm talking about. Most people do that. If they didn't, right after that. Stop spending money. It's money and time with people like that. They're not going to move you forward. Tell me who you hang around with. I'll tell you who you are. I got to go back home. I get it. You got to go home. And unfortunately, we have a lot of broken homes. People that drink. People don't care. Give a curse up the storm. People that don't care about God. And we live in the midst of them. Guess what? You are hearing all this stuff, and then you're not hearing from God. You're always hearing. You're always listening, right? That's what God gave you 2 ears. You're always hearing it, whether you want it or not. Either it's Netflix or this or that. For me, in the afternoon, in the evening, I have to turn Netflix on so my mind will shut down from business. But you guys are hearing everything every day, all the time. Stop listening to those voices and stop listening to that, because we have control. By the way, you don't believe me? I'll leave you guys with this. If it was not possible, why did God tell us, capture the thoughts captive into the obedience of Christ? Somebody's telling you can't do it? Is that God telling you that? If it's not, shut up. I got to go this way. Because it's a choice. Our families, I don't know about you guys, but I have my family. I love my family, and I think they're getting better. But my sister, effing this and effing that and effing this and bitch this and that. I'm telling you, but they wonder why I don't come around all the time. It's because it's not my environment that I want to be in, because I don't want to get caught up into it again. Because you know what? It's fun. Come on, you guys know it's fun. Taking shots, playing cards, and laughing up the storm, and you guys karaoke, all that. Yes, it's fun. It's more fun than that, than to actually go and praise God. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Bullshit, it's not. The price is a lot heavier. The price on it, and we say it's fun, into when we find out we're a very spiritual point where we're like, it's not fun for me anymore. That's where I got to. It wasn't fun for me anymore. I'm like, I'm sorry if I'm a hypocrite now, but it doesn't make me laugh anymore. I don't want that anymore. And until you guys get to that point that I don't want that anymore, and guess what? If there was a bunch of women in here, I could tell you one thing. If that man is not in alignment with you, it's our responsibility to change them. How? Not by telling them. No man will ever listen to that. No woman, you guys don't listen to. Yes or no? Y'all laugh? Yeah, all three laugh at the same time, because it's true. Right? You're stubborn. Right. But guess what? Your actions will help somebody change or push them away. You actually think that if my wife was not here, if I had not gotten married to Geraldine, that I was with my ex, it wouldn't be a connection there, because my thoughts and her thoughts are totally different. They're not aligned. The reason why we go through the processes and we go through the fights and we go through the process is because we're aligned with God. Our purpose is Him, not ourselves. Get out of your own head. Go find your purpose. Go live that dream. Go get out of your own head. And if you think they're still struggling, go find some help. Man, it's not, I could say that right today. I'm like, why would I need help to be successful? Because you have mind blocks. And your mind blocks can tell you, it's like, you're not supposed to do that. Now find you a coach. If you're going to find a psychiatrist or somebody that talks into your life, make sure they know they have the right money mindset and the right success to do that. Because I'm going with a counselor right now. I think she's in Peru, right? And I'm telling you that she's been able to shift some thoughts in me that I was like, whoa, I didn't know I was thinking like that. I didn't know I was like that. Because I'm very entrepreneurial, right? So I'm like very analytical. I'm like, and you tell me about business, I'm like, God, let's go. You tell me about, tell me how you feel today. I'm like, can we talk tomorrow? Hold on. My foot hurts. We run from it, yes or no? You're running away from things too. You are too. And Kathy, don't be looking over there because you are too. We all are running from Jonathan, as a man, you're running from something too. We put blocks on them. We act like we don't know it, but it's there. It's there. It's there. And it comes from our past. Our past of, like, what was the reason why you went to financial services? I think we talked about that before, right? Exactly. It went all the way back to the past. When people talk financial services, they talk about money. What if I could 10x your business? Why would I do that? Well, I don't want to 10x my business. Why would you? Whoa, there's something wrong there. Why would you not? If you have a business, you want it to just like stay broke or what? Why do you build a business if you want to stay broke? You were going to say something.
I was going to say, it's not so much 10xing your bank account. That's not what he's talking about.
Right.
I mean, will that happen? Yes.
Right.
But that's not what he's talking about. How would you like to take and have 10 times as many people who can help their family members who have issues and problems where they need long-term care? How would you like to take and have 10 times as many people that you can take and have lose weight and feel better about themselves? How would you like to have 10 times as many people who could take and have their gardens and their lawns and everything's green and really realize that they paid for it once and it's just an ongoing thing? How would you like, and I'm not sure what you do now, but how would you like to have 10 times?
She brings people back from there.
How would you like to take and make 10 times as many people financially stable and financially secure, so they're not waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning going, "Oh my God, I'm a car accident.
Yep.
I'm one paycheck away from
Now-
bankruptcy."
Now watch this. What he's saying is absolutely true. Now let me show you guys something. How do you get that 10x results?
You go to somebody who knows how to do it.
Not only that, you got to go 100 times that to get the 10. If you go 10, you're going to get 1. So if you're talking to one person, you're probably going to get 0. If you're talking to 10, you're going to get 1. Think about if you left today and you made it a commitment to today. What's today's date? The 20, right? 23rd. From here to the end of the month, right? I'm going to get a client. I'm going to get 5 clients. How many people do you have to, this is what you need to know. Jonathan, how many people do you have to talk to get 1 sale? Average? 10? Let's just say 10. 12. He knows his analytics. How many people do you have to talk to get 1? Huh?
A lot. I don't know my analytics.
Okay,
For the coaching, it's like 20 for me.
20. You?
Probably about 30 or so.
30 people to get 1 client. Something is wrong here. Guys, we need to sit down and talk about that, because the problem is not the product, the services, or you. It's the way you're talking to them. I'm telling you, it's the way you're talking to them. And now, if I'm talking to 30 people to get 1, my motivation is not there. But you don't understand, like, I've never even heard any of you guys call me and say, "Hey, Javi, I'm having this problem. I need your help." You guys know I'll do it all day long. I'll do it, one-on-one. I have no problem with it. We'll find a time, even if it's on a virtual, if it's on a Zoom and so forth. But you guys are not doing that. You're living with the pain. How is that working out?
I hope next week I can tell you how the implementation of what I learned today
Yes.
is going to help my business. But I've been asking questions, and marketing is about asking questions.
That's right.
But the first question I say, people say, "Hey, I'm interested in business," and I'm just typing in, and I said, "Oh, I'm real glad we've got our classes, da 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 da. How old's your student?" And then they tell me what they're student. I said, "Well, which class do you think they fit in?" what I've learned today is I've got 2 more questions to ask before I text them saying, which class do you think your student will be in? One of my questions I haven't been asking, I'm gonna implement it this week, is why does your student want to do karate?
Exactly. What class? I don't know. What class you think it would be good for him? I don't know. You gotta give them you gotta give them what they need, and you go and asking those questions. I think that you guys are not asking these questions, and I think we have the party starting, right? So they come in.
Like the why is the like we always the first thing that we always do in consultation is where do you want what do you want watered? Where should we put it? The front yard, the backyard, like where do you need?
Those are the wrong
But
questions.
we've never asked the why.
That's what we're going
Now
wrong.
it's like,
Okay, guys. You may want to tell him that he went back out. So, oh, you got it. You tell me he can come in. I'll show him. I'm gonna teach about partying too. And all right, guys, we'll finish up. Please take this to heart. I'm telling you that is because this is what's happening to me. And you know, I'm always just like praying. I'm like, God, tell me what I got to do. And it's been in my mind. And like, they're not going to. It doesn't matter how much sales you train them into those limited beliefs. If you don't deal with those limited beliefs, guys, it doesn't matter what kind of marketing. You can have Grant Cardone here and still not do it. You're gonna walk out the same. Okay? So please make sure you do that. Please go find those roadblocks that are stopping you from getting there. 30 people, then you're gonna have to talk to 90 people to get whatever it is, the results. But I think that you need to go deeper. You need to figure out what is it that is taking you so much to talk to so many people. Something is wrong there. And I think, and I'll tell you what it is. I think it's something in your mind. Because I don't think you're asking I don't think it's not you asking the right questions. I think you're having limited beliefs about yourself. I'll leave you guys with that one. But think about that. What is it that's stopping you? I don't have a problem if you guys want to go deeper and do a one-on-one. I'm completely, you guys are part of Geraldine, and I will do anything it takes to see her happy so that way you guys can be happy. It's success. Obsession to success. It's not bad.
A new book that I recommend them, the Papa John Maxwell, Great Leaders Ask Great Questions. And the reason why I picked that book is because I find myself that I don't think the questions are always being asked. And so that book kind of, like you say, sometimes they need to hear from somebody else to realize
Sure.
they need to start asking questions.
Absolutely. So let's go make it happen, and then we'll
What's it's right there, Great Leaders Ask Great Questions by John Maxwell.
What's up, my brother? You're right on time. All right, guys. We'll talk to you guys